Today you're tuning into an experiential about congruence, feeling congruent inside and out, and standing up for all of you. Congruence helps us feel more aligned with who we are, feel in sync with yourself and what you're about, and where what you're experiencing agrees with you and you agree with it. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Embody podcast, a show about remembering and embodying your true nature, inner wisdom, embodied healing, and self-love. My name is Candice Wu, and I'm a holistic healing facilitator, intuitive coach, and artist sharing my personal journey of vulnerability, offering meditations and guided healing support, and having co-creative conversations with healers and wellness practitioners from all over the world. Have you wanted to connect with your intuition? This is a great way to support that because it helps your body, your nervous system connect up with when you've felt congruent before or when you've felt aligned in yourself before. And this also helps us to make future decisions and look at our lives with more clarity, ease, and discernment. This is connected with the full episode, Congruence Inside and Out, Standing Up for All of You, which is a look into how a certain world event, the Hong Kong protest recently, connected with me to show me places in myself that I wasn't being congruent, where I was turning a blind eye to some parts of myself while accepting other parts that I could receive in certain relationships that I was in. Check out the full episode at candicewu.com/congruence. So if you're ready to jump into this experience, feel free to find a comfortable place to be. Let yourself ease into your senses. Feel free to look around your space and orient yourself, just like cats and dogs do, to sniff out the place. Notice what feels comfortable or pleasant to look at. And allow that experience to touch into your body, into your cells, reach into your heart. And if you'd like to, or if you're ready to, close your eyes or look down. And turn your senses inward. Feel your own breath moving through you. Begin to create a picture in your mind of what's happening inside, the outlines of your body, as well as deeper in any sensations, emotions. Sense the sound of your own breath as you simply breathe in and out. Feel your body from the inside out. And connect with your lower belly, your low back, the sides of the body, and the hips. Feel free to give your toes a little wiggle in slow motion, sensing into your legs, ankles, and feet. And now open your awareness to a time in your life, whether that's recent or past, where you felt aligned with yourself. This could be a small moment of having a cup of tea, or a larger experience. An experience where you felt congruent and aligned, meaning when you felt in sync with who you are, where you felt like this experience is just right. Perhaps connecting with an experience where you felt like you made the right decision or you knew you did. Could also be a situation that was synchronous or spontaneous, something that just randomly happened and it felt really good for you, where you felt like your body was saying yes, yes. So if you have multiple memories or ideas, feel free to just choose one of them. Sometimes it can be challenging for something to come into your awareness, a memory. If that's you, notice what's happening in you right now and how that feels. If you have an experience or a memory that brings up both positive and negative, or it turns out it was not a good experience after all, see if there's a different one that you can choose that feels more whole and complete. If you need more time to open your senses and open your memories and let one land in your space, just pause the recording right now until you're ready. If you're ready to move forward, go ahead and picture this memory. Dive right back into connection with yourself in the moment of this experience that felt just right to you, that felt congruent with you inside and out. And notice your setting. Notice the space around you and where you were, how the air was, if there were any smells. Notice the sounds. Sense color or texture around you. Let yourself remember anything you can about that moment. Notice what you might have been wearing, how your body was, and let your body now immerse into this experience. And as you connect with the moment that felt just right, that felt like you were in agreement with this experience and it was in agreement with you, notice how your body feels right now, what it's like for you, what it's like to feel into this experience now. Sense in your body any sensation that's happening and where it's happening. Be aware of any emotions, the contraction or expansion in your body. Sense how you're breathing. and also the temperature in your body. Notice where your body is released, expanded, or spacious. And take a moment to bring your attention to the spot in your body that feels the best and most aligned with this experience, even if it's a tiny little spot. Sometimes it's really clear what your body feels like when you feel congruent or aligned with yourself. And the more you practice this, the clearer and clearer it will get. And other times it feels hard to distinguish, or perhaps your body isn't feeling very much. I encourage you to continue to practice this and do it a couple of times. Choose a different memory, just to touch into a moment in time. And you can do this now. Connect with a different moment that felt like you were congruent with yourself, that what you were feeling on the inside connected with your experience on the outside. Perhaps that you showed up as who you were, or that there was a connection between inner experience and outer world. And notice how you feel now in your body as you connect with this second experience, if you had one. Again, staying with the place in your body that feels most pleasant, neutral, or at peace. Noticing inside if there's any color or texture as you feel into that sensation. Take your time to deepen into the experience and notice what happens as you stay with it, whether it's the first or second memory. And anytime your mind goes away into something else, note that, observe that, and just come back to what you're feeling in your body, in your heart, picturing what's happening inside, noticing your breath. And if you'd like to do this a couple more times, which really reinforces the experience of congruence and alignment in your body, feel free to rewind the podcast or come back another time. And if you're ready to close, just take a couple more moments and imprint this experience into your psyche, into your inner world, your body, your wisdom, as how it is that you experience congruence in your body. Make a mental note that you can connect with your body and check in and feel into any moment, and whether it feels like this or if it feels different, showing you a different emotion or piece of wisdom that your body is trying to tell you about the experience. This can be a gauge for whether something is in alignment with you as a whole or not. And again, it takes a little bit of practice to discern where a sensation is coming from and what a sensation or emotion is connected with, whether that's connected with some fear or whether that's connected with congruence on one level but not on another. So it's a bit of sorting. And I recommend just continuing to practice and being gentle with yourself as you fortify your way of connecting with your congruence, as you fortify your way of knowing when life hands you an experience that you say yes to or that you say no to. And as you begin to come out of the experience, go ahead and just start to move your body or stretch if you need. Give your body a bit of touch that feels soothing or supportive on the belly or the legs, or perhaps a self-hug. And notice the touch, notice the sensation. Begin to slowly open your eyes and come back to your setting, noticing place, noticing what's around you, being right here. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. If you enjoyed this or are curious about other healing experiences and meditations that come from somatic experiencing practices blended with family constellations, blended with voice dialogue, yoga, Ayurveda, and other somatic and indigenous practice, feel free to check them out at candicewu.com/podcast. Specifically, all the healing experientials and meditations are going to be listed at candicewu.com/meditations. See you next time on the Embody podcast.